Well, let's get down to business, shall we? Back in 2017, I made a video while on a ruck march talking about why veterans or military members aren't afraid of ISIS. You can watch the video up here if you want to take a second and pause this one. But 2 weeks ago, that video resurfaced on the suggested page and went from 100,000 views to 1.3 million in the matter of 2 weeks. And some ISIS supporters, and I'm going to assume ISIS members, decided to drop some bombs in the comments. Let's go over some of those comments together. Al-Khalil, Al-Khail, Al-Khed, Alkaline, whatever the fuck this guy's name is. What a fucking piece of shit. Any insurgent group would kick your ass if not for your air support and missiles. Well, that's the fucking point, isn't it? Your soldiers are a joke, really. They're always afraid of a boy or a 60-year-old lady. We're not afraid of boys. We just don't want to fuck them like you do. We're not about going around and picking up some 12-year-old shy boy and turning his asshole into a carnival ride. Picking up a kid like that and passing him around to a whole bunch of 40 and 50-year-old dirty men isn't exactly a good time for us. We call that child trafficking, you pedo. And we are afraid of your women, but that's because they look worse than your 50-year-old douchebag guys banging the shy boys. Someone in the comments even gave it to him and said, "Show me on the doll where the man touched you while you were a shy boy." He gets it. And Colin adds, "I mean, you are losing so badly that you have to resort to cyberbullying." Connor Kehoe adds, "Come to Texas," which is a fantastic point because they had a Draw Muhammad competition down in Texas, and one guy tried to blow that thing up, and he didn't get farther than the parking lot before he was lit up by a couple of security guards. Good luck bringing that fight stateside. Truck-Coon, racist. America is a joke. Even their own government who funded to the ISIS and Taliban. America only great at making movie about how great is their country. This says ISIS written all over it. I guess there's some authenticity to those awesome America is great movies because all the bad guys end up speaking broken English like you. The fear flowing through my veins as I have to watch a grown-ass man make 7 laughing while crying emojis in my comment section. Next. Bush M. Sounds like man from Russia. Bush M. I'm like Mr. Bush, your president. Yes. B-U-S-H. Bush. All the training to get clapped by a mine in the ground. To get clapped by a mine in the ground, you'd have to get out of your grandmother's basement there, Bush. But I'm sure you'd hate to miss bridge night so you could try and get a handy from your 72-year-old neighbor, Bernice. The smell of piston, depends, and arthritis creams. Probably the only thing that can get you hard now. You should be a little scared. What are you, a fucking rapper? You should be a little scared about a group that was brought about because of the West in the first place. Where do you think ISIS gets arms from? Syria and Iran and backers in Mosul. What do you think, we're supplying them shit? All these U.S. starts all the wars, idiots, are as dense as a dying black star filled with lead. If the Iraqi army wasn't filled with such pussies that threw up the white flag even after we gave them all the fucking equipment that we used to use, maybe ISIS wouldn't have been such a bad thing. Maybe ISIS wouldn't have been able to grab such a toehold in northern Iraq and Syria. But no, they gave up all the equipment that we so graciously left behind and ran away so that ISIS could just scoop up and take it all. Side note, a study showed that only 5% of the entire GDP that ISIS created was from outside funding. That means outside of Iraq. Because they know the U.S. created it. I thought because they're your allies. And how devoid of oxygen does your brain have to be to think that we're funding the people that we're fighting at the same time? Ha 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 ha. I just pictured this as an evil guy's laugh. Ha 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 ha. They talk about ISIS located so far from ISIS. You have nice talk about your enemy when you so far from him. True warrior, newer talk about his honor. I'm not talking about my honor. I'm talking about not being afraid of you fucking idiots. And we talk shit straight face to face on the battlefield. You ever roll around with the PsyOps team? They got a speaker, a massive one on top of their Humvee, where they literally talk shit to the enemy, calling them bitches and babies and that they ain't men because they use kids and women to blow themselves up and try and take out us. Yeah. And then they get in firefights intentionally. And then we start putting warheads on foreheads and bullets in brains. So yeah, we talk shit to your face during battle. Sounds like somebody's upset that one of his friends is getting fucked by goats in hell. Fuck it. That's a cool name. Says, and they are still killing you. But you know that we pretty much decimated you and pushed you all out of Iraq. You're basically Syria's problem now. right? Pickle Rick comes in strong with laughing my ass off. ISIS got their asses slapped like a bunch of bitches. GTFO. They aren't afraid of them, but they get killed by them. Clowns laughing till you're crying emoji. Guys fighting and sometimes dying against these dudes that indiscriminately kill children, gays, Jews, Christians, desecrate old ancient burial grounds, and light people on fire in cages. Those soldiers' deaths are funny to you, and they're clowns. You can read further down in that little comment section that he's from the UK, Great Britain in fact, and says come on down and fight him with his knives. Well, hey, dummy, why don't you come on over to the United States? Because I would love to see you bring a knife to a gunfight for real. You obviously don't know that we've got Puerto Ricans in the United States. They'll fucking switch a blade out on you and cut you up faster than you can say, oh shit, my nuts are over there. Lucky Larry says, because ISIS isn't real. It's a figment of your imagination. We're all in the Matrix, a simulation, if you will. Elon Musk is but our guiding savior. This guy sounds like he's high on adrenochrome. Good for you. In the backwoods walking around, and you're such a harass. Good for you. I think you meant hard ass. Yes, I am. I do squats just about 3 or 4 times a week, front and back, just to make sure that my freedom legs can kick the ever-living shit out of you. Apparently they miss getting shot at so much that they do it themselves when they come home. It makes sense now. Oh, a suicide joke. I'm just gonna leave that one there for all the vets that have PTSD or the people who've lost a loved one to suicide. Because mental health's a joke, just like your dick. $20 says that this guy's spine is so crooked he could probably suck his own micro penis. That he has a pockmarked face and probably hasn't seen the light of day from his basement in over 6 months. What an internet tough guy. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what level strength your mage is at on World of Warcraft? Ronald McDonald says vets are ISIS. I knew you were a clown without even having to look at your name, just by reading that comment. Why don't you go eat some more of those horrible hamburgers that give you cancer made out of goat and chicken sphincters? Hassan says, fools. he's a fucking bad guy in a Disney movie. Fools. Go try training in the Sahara Desert. You won't even hold out 5 minutes. Dude, are you unaware of some of the training places that we have in the United States? Just go visit 29 Palms in California, that fucking hellhole, where Marines just live. To answer the title, terrorists ain't afraid of other terrorists, but when their sarge gets hit in the head, they cry a river. Sob, sob. Mommy! Boy, wouldn't I love to give you a cranium readjustment with a couple pounds of lead. What's one of the chosen mean? One of the chosen assholes? One of the chosen guys to lick my taint? One of the chosen reject abortions? One of the chosen guys to get pineapple shoved his asshole? Michael Holmes says, the mentality of American fascism. What learning disability do you have, guy? Fascism is literally what ISIS is. It's a caliphate. You don't get any freedoms there, dude. Oh, but we're the bad guys. Let me guess, you went to some Ivy League school where a couple professors told you all about the American devil and the military-industrial complex. Ooh, scary. I bet you never learned about all the humanitarian aid that the United States gives out across the world that's given out by guess who? Me, you fucking chode. I don't see you rebuilding anything in any of the decimated countries like Haiti that United States soldiers, airmen, Marines, and seamen are in. Speaking of seamen, I wish your mother would have swallowed the load your daddy shot in her. First of all, they are doing it for their country so it can be free from Western leadership. And you're doing it because you need a name to kill people. We don't need a name to kill people. All we gotta do is look over there and see you torturing a whole bunch of innocent folks, and we're like, yeah, I think those guys could have a couple 100 tons of TNT dropped down their fucking faces. Now I'm slowly climbing the ladder to 1 million followers, so I'll make you a deal. The second I get to 1 million followers, I'll break down this, a VHS of my actual basic training graduation. That's right, my basic training class, not DVDs. I went through when there was goddamn VHS tapes and every handheld camcorder weighed 30 pounds. So if you want to see those shenanigans and me with a head of fucking hair, you go ahead and you hit that subscribe button.